Hi guys! I know that I said I was going to do favourites on this channel, but having really thought about it, I don't think I'm going to have enough for a monthly favourites video for kind of like what I'm wearing. And so I've decided that I'm going to do kind of recently wearing or some kind of like fashion favourites throughout the year as and when I feel like I've got a lot of stuff together that I have to talk about. I think a monthly favourites is probably too much. And I don't know about the random favourites as well. I think I might end up incorporating my random favourites in my beauty favourites, all in the interest of kind of less work and less pressure on myself. As I will mention, if you haven't already seen my what is it called, New Year's resolutions post or my New Year's resolutions video, I'm trying to commit to less and just generally take more of a relaxed attitude about making videos and blogging, because I feel like I stressed myself out a little bit too much last year and it's just not necessary. So yeah, I feel like I haven't really got enough to talk about in that video, so instead I'm going to do my MAC palette video because that's one that's been much requested and I said I was going to do it, so I thought I would do it just before the end of the year. So, I did mention this, I've already done a post on my MAC palette, so I will link that below because it has swatches, but I will put the swatches up as well. Not sure how great the quality will be because I'm taking them from my blog, but you will be able to go back to my blog and see them properly. But this is my MAC palette, and as I mentioned in that post, I also have another palette that has some kind of overflow shadows in it. It's probably like half full. But this is the palette that I'm going to be using kind of on a regular basis, or I'm going to be trying to use on a regular basis, and I'm going to change out the colours as the seasons progress. So I thought this could be a seasonal video. So I'll show you this is my current MAC palette, and then in a few months' time I'll show you kind of my spring-summer MAC palette where I might have flipped out some of the darker colours or the jewel tones for autumn-winter, and I might have put in some more fun bright colours for summer. So let me know if you'd be interested in that, but this is my current MAC palette, and I will go through the colours. Let's see if I can remember them. I'm not a MAC whiz, I'm not kind of a big MAC person, so let's see, I've been practising. I think we have, and there is one Urban Decay colour in here, which is this one, which is called ABC Gum, and I love, but I feel like it's daft to repurchase a similar colour from MAC when I've already got that one depotted from Urban Decay. So, Dazzle Light, Naked Lunch, Satin Taupe, Urban Decay's ABC Gum, as I just said, Swiss Chocolate, Cranberry, Be Rich, Mulch, Tater Tint, Espresso, Nocturnal, Trax, Sumptuous Olive, Wedge and Carbon. And I think I should get some kind of prize for that because I'm not good at this. So they are all of my shadows, and like I say, I will put up the swatches now. I'm trying to remember how I swatched them. I think it was in rows. So first of all, I'll put up the swatch. That's this one, which is Dazzle Light. Oh, I'm not even going to do this again. Dazzle Light, Naked Lunch, Satin Taupe, ABC Gum and Swiss Chocolate. So that one will go up now. And then Cranberry, Be Rich, Mulch, Tater Tint and Espresso. And then Nocturnal, Trax, Sumptuous Olive, Wedge and Carbon. I've got to say, I'm a big matte fan, and that's why I have this kind of little 6 here, and these are all matte shades. Swiss Chocolate is a new one to me, and I absolutely love this one. This is a gorgeous colour for in the crease or even all over the lid, depending on what kind of look you're looking for. But probably my most used of the matte shades would have to be Tater Tint, and I've got a very similar shade on my lids today. I've gone kind of much smokier and a bit more dramatic, but I've got a similar shade on my lids today from the Naked 3 palette, but it's a little bit rosier in colour. That kind of same depth though. I like that kind of mid-tone brown all over my lid and just kind of like blend it up a little bit just on its own with a little bit of eyeliner and mascara, and that's me done. And Tater Tint in that colour for me, I love that. I used to use Wedge for my eyebrows when I was blonde, or like, you know, now I might use it, and Espresso when I had dark hair, but the other ones are probably lesser used. These colours are all kind of frosts. I don't know about finishes from MAC, but they're all kind of metallic-y ones. I think these are a little bit different because they are more kind of satin with a glitteriness within them, and that's Be Rich and Trax. Trax is one that I've really not used enough, and whenever I have used it, and I've been wearing it in a video, everyone's commented on it. It's a gorgeous colour. It's kind of, well, it is a purple. It's kind of like a mid-tone purple with a gorgeous rosy gold shimmer all the way through. It's just beautiful, and I like using that with Nocturnal in my crease. Cranberry was one I bought this year as well. That was kind of a Christmassy purchase. I like using that just on my lid as well as mulch. Satin taupe was a bit of a disappointment. I thought it was going to be more special because everyone raves about satin taupe, and I don't know, I expected too much, obviously. I just wasn't that excited about it when I used it. I think that it's a bit of a boring colour, I suppose, and I expected more. I don't know why. And Naked Lunch was, I think, one of my first ever MAC eyeshadow purchases is the word I'm looking for. I do so vividly remember I bought, I think it's called Rule. I saw someone with this colour on there all over their lids in MAC, and I'm not the kind of person that's going to go up to someone and go, oh, what are you wearing on your eyes? I'm not that kind of person. I like to just pretend that I know, or just guess. I don't like to ask questions. And so I bought Rule because it's this orangey colour, thinking that's what it was, and it was definitely Tarte Tint because I have that one. I hardly ever use it because it's orange eyeshadow. Use it occasionally, but this was what I was looking for, just kind of like a warm, it's beautiful on the lids. If there's anything specific here you'd like to see in a tutorial, then let me know and I'll do kind of a makeup look with it. I definitely would be interested in showing you some of the mattes because they are my favourite. But yeah, that's my MAC palette. It's pretty expensive to build a MAC palette if you're doing it from scratch. I actually bought a lot of my original MAC shadows on eBay from a makeup artist that was selling off her kit. I know that people are a little bit weird about buying things on eBay. I think, you know, logically, if you buy something that's used, I know that you run the risk of obviously things being unsanitary, but you can sanitize things if you have an issue with that yourself. But I think if you buy something that's used, it's more likely to be real rather than if you buy something that's new that could be a fake. I don't know, that's just the logic in my mind. And I bought maybe 10 eyeshadows for a massive discount from a makeup artist that was selling them online. So a few of these were from that and a few of them are still in the other packet, but I have bought some others that were more ones that I specifically wanted. That's just kind of a little tip because it would have been very, very expensive for me to kind of start from scratch, and if you add it all up, it's kind of astronomical. Yeah, I would definitely recommend Urban Decay eyeshadow palettes if you're looking for something and you're not particularly bothered about the shade selection, you just want a good variation of colours and some neutrals and whatever else. I would definitely recommend Urban Decay because they do great ones. But yeah, MAC is a very expensive way of doing it. But this is my MAC palette anyway. If you'd like any more videos about it, if you'd like anything else like lipsticks or something, I don't have a tremendous amount of anything else from MAC. I'm generally someone that will spend money on eyeshadow and lipsticks. It lasts me a very long time. It's kind of a collection. Whereas I won't spend money on kind of foundation and stuff like that because you have to replace it all the time. So a mascara, I think I've got like maybe 1 or 2 higher end mascaras because it feels like a waste of money to me, whereas this will last me forever. And so although it's expensive, it is kind of something that will last me a really long time, and so that's how I justify it. But like I say, if you'd like any more videos about this or any of the colours that are in it, there is a blog post below with swatches if you want to see them more kind of in depth, and it has the shade names and everything that's mentioned. But any questions, leave me a comment below and I will see you guys in my next video, which will probably be in the new year.